Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? This is Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today is Tuesday, November 18th, 2008, and Thanksgiving is fast approaching, and I am very excited because I could use a really good meal right now. I just love the Thanksgiving meal and the holiday, and I hope you guys have big plans for it. So, we've seen some pretty sideways movement in the cable, showing some indecision, and we're going to look at today's update, and I think it'll be some good learning for you to see this one. So I'm glad you came in and viewed this video. So the first thing I want to look at is our 4-hour trend. You can see that our last trend change candle was on yesterday, and that occurred during the morning, and since then the trend has remained up. No new trend change candles have formed, but if you look at today's action, you can see that most of the movement was bearish and kind of sideways pretty much. You can see one bull candle there, and then the rest were bearish, but pretty much stayed where it's been. So that's not really good when you're a trader, but that was the trend. That's what the market gave us. So before I go to the 15-minute chart, let's look at our news events for the day. We had a few. Remember, we're looking for news that affects the sterling and the dollar. You can see at 4:30 we had the UK had CPI, at 8:30 the US had PPI, and at 9 we had the net foreign purchases for the dollar, and at 9:30 Bernanke was speaking. So quite a few news events to watch out for. We had one at 4:30, 8:30, 9, and 9:30. And so now we know the trend is up. Only looking for long trades. I'm going to move this candle back, this chart back to just before midnight so you can see what my chart looks like. And remember, news events for the day: 4:30, 8:30, 9, and 9:30. And then we'll just continue to move forward with the chart. And zoom this up a little, and you can see that right from the get-go there was a crossover. However, we got to look at the indicators. We see that RSI is up, stochastics trending up. However, MACD was already positive from the candle before, which cancels out the signal, so no entry here on this one. So we just continue forward, and you can see that we had that's where that bullish candle was, that first bullish candle. And we'll just continue going forward. This is the 4:15 candle, 4:30, there's news right there. Still nothing, still only looking for long trades. Here we get a crossover at 6:15. Indicators, RSI is above 50, stochastics trending up, MACD is negative and gaining value. This is a valid entry. The next news event is until 8:30, so we have some time there for the trade to mature. So this is a valid trade. So we want to enter here at the close of the candle at 50.25. Our stop's going to be at the most recent swing low at 49.53, and our nearest 50 or 0 level is right here at 50.50. All right, so I'm just going to put it there, and now we can just let the trade move. And we're waiting until the news event, which comes out at 8:30. Right now it's 8 o'clock, 8:15. So by this point, I know news is coming out at 8:30, but my target hasn't been hit. Neither has my stop loss, so I'm just going to manually exit here, and I'll exit. This closes at 49.90. I got not exactly that, but around there. So you just want to close because we're going to cut our losses because we don't want to be caught in any whipsaw movement which might occur with a news candle. So there is 8:30 news. Remember, we have news at 9 coming up. There's the 9 o'clock candle. Then our next news is at 9:30, and there's the 9:30 candle. And here we get a crossover, 9:45. RSI is above 50, stochastics trending up, MACD's negative and gaining value. So this is a valid entry. We have no other news events for the day, so this is fine. We'll enter at the close of the candle at 50.18. Stops at the most recent swing low at 49.77, and then our nearest 50 or 0 levels at 50.50. So again, we'll let the trade continue. And you can see that we got stopped out here at 10:45. So a lot of sideways movement. If you just take a look at this right here, a lot of sideways movement, and we'll just look at the rest of the day. And this is a crossover, but it's right at 11:30. And let's see if the indicators match up. Here we have RSI above 50, stochastics crossed up, and MACD went from negative to positive. So that's another valid entry. It's at 11:30, so a little late in the day, but still a valid entry. You can enter there. The close again is at 50.42. Our stop is at the recent swing low 49.73. And since we're only 8 pips away from 50.50, we want to go for the same amount of pips we're risking on the trade. So I'm just going to take the entry, which is 50.42, and subtract it from our stop at 49.73, and we get a risk of 69 pips. So now we're just going to add 69 to 50.42, and we get a target at 51.11. Okay, so right around here. And now we'll let the trade continue. And once again, we were stopped out right at 12:15. So a lot of sideways movement today, and that's why I was saying it's a good video to watch, because the past couple weeks or so we've had a nice downtrend, so we've been racking up a lot of pips. But today was one of those days where the market just really didn't move, and we lost several times here. And the system sometimes will do that. Any system will. So not a good day for the Cowabunga system. And we'll have days like that, but remember, the important thing is to keep at it, stay disciplined. Don't let these types of days get you down, because they will happen. And just trust that it'll work out for the most part in the long run. And you have to always have to remember that fact, and try not to let your emotions get the best of you. So, but it's not the best day, and like anybody else, I'm pretty bummed. So don't worry about it if you took some losses, but hopefully you saw the same things I did, and if you can get anything out of it, you probably learned more as a trader and more how to trade the Cowabunga system. So hopefully that helps. I hope you all have a great day, and I will be back again with another update. Cowabunga, dudes.